I am going to read your mind. What I need you to do right now is think of a number between 5 and 15. Think of that number, concentrate on that number, and send it to me through the internet, through the air, and I will read your mind. We're here at the National Air and Space Museum, and we're going to start at the welcome desk. You're going to take steps into the museums to the different artifacts. Count with me as I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Think of your number. Now count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Now look at where you've landed. Concentrate on that artifact. Think about that artifact and send it to me. Now what I want you to do is I want you to count the opposite direction, the same number of steps. So if you had 6, you would go back 6 steps. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now look at where you've landed, somewhere around the museum. I know that you are not at the Ford Trimotor, and I know that you are not at the Wright Flyer, and I know that you are not at the Mercury capsule or the F-14. Now what I need you to do is take 4 more steps. This time you can move any direction you want. This way, this way. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at where you've landed. I'm really going to concentrate and read your mind. Concentrate on the artifact that you're in front of. And I know that you are not at the Hubble Space Telescope. You're not at the Spirit of St. Louis or Alan Eustace's spacesuit. You're not at Sputnik. You're not at the Coast Guard helicopter. You are not at Spaceship One. Right now I know that you are at Neil Armstrong's spacesuit.
Well, it's pretty neat, Marty, but is it really magic or is it math?
If you were amazed by that magic trick, I have a little secret for you. It actually wasn't magic, it was math, and I'm going to show you how this trick works. When I had you choose a number between 5 and 15, really all I needed you to get past here to begin with and count around the circle. And it didn't matter what number you chose. So if you chose 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you landed somewhere around the circle. But then I did this and I took off 2 pieces, the first 2 steps. And by doing that, no matter what number you chose to begin with, when you counted back that same number, you were always going to end up at the Spirit of St. Louis. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once I knew that everyone was at the Spirit of St. Louis, I started removing pieces. So I removed the Wright Flyer, the Trimotor, the Mercury capsule, and the F-14. And what that did was I allowed you to have choice, 4 spaces. You could go any direction you want, so it seems like you're in control. But are you? If I know you're here and you're going to move 4 spaces, look what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. You end up at Neil Armstrong's spacesuit. If you count the other way from the Spirit of St. Louis, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that you are at Neil Armstrong's spacesuit. So no matter what number you chose to start with, because of me removing these 2 pieces, it became a simple math counting trick. So was it magic? Nope, just a little bit of math.